Hello, I'm here to show you how to use Lending Club and how to get great returns and how to effectively pick notes to succeed in the future. I've been in Lending Club for about a year now, and I've been getting great returns and making great passive income. Um, and I'm just want to show you my strategies and how I go about it. First, you have to make an account. Lending Club, it will take you about a week to get a response back from them. So within a week, you'll know if you get in or not. And then let's just begin. They always ask you if you want to open an IRA. Um, the first bonus was $500. I see it's going up, but I'm also been here for a longer time, so it might change because of that. I never used it, but if you're interested in that, it might have some tax benefits to that. But at this point right now, I'm not interested in opening an IRA with Lending Club. Just begin. I've been at Lending Club for about a year, and I've been getting around 14% returns within that time. At first, I was kind of hesitant, so I used lower amounts. So I've been working my way up from 12%. I have $1,000 in both principal and cash I have on hand. This is available. This is the available cash on hand I have right now. So I have $13. So each note minimum requirement is $25. So I'm either waiting for principal and interest to add up to get to 25, or I automatically deposit $25 a week to Lending Club to reinvest. Um, right now, I've received around $51 within a year. I didn't start with 1,000. I started with $100 and worked my way up. So if $51 is low, it seems low. It's actually kind of misleading because I started with 100, my first initial investment, and I've been working my way up for a year, investing $25 weekly. Um, so far, I have one that has not issued yet. That means it's committed cash. That means cash that's not being invested. I have 45 that are current notes that are giving me interest every month, and I have one that's fully paid. Fully paid is good and bad at the same time. Um, I have I had it fully paid, so that means it's paid in full, but I didn't receive the amount of interest because he paid it all an amount that all at once in the very beginning, so I didn't receive that much interest from it. And my payments today, this is including interest and principal, so it's $190. I also, you also receive principal with that interest, of course, and this is just the principal amount, 138, and this interest amount, 51. Fortunately, I haven't had any late fees because nobody's has been late. Well, I had one in grace period, but they paid on time. I'm just going to show you how to browse for a loan and what effective strategies I've been using to get no delinquent accounts. First off, I don't even mess with A or B, or like 6% to 9% because it's not really worth it. Um, the loan, even though it says 13%, because they're paying it off, you get smaller and smaller interest payments every month because they're paying the principal off. So I want to go around either C or D. I feel like E, F, and G a little bit too risky, and I don't want to like have anything on default. And then long term, I always go for 36 months because I feel like if it's 60 months, or 5 years, that's too long of a time, and there'd be too much of interest, and it's kind of too risky for me to go that much for that long because it has a higher chance of defaulting. And for delinquency, I always put zero, and I'll explain more in a few. So I'll update the results, and we have a little bit right now, but they always update it every week, so you get new loans every week. Um, but I always want to organize it to see the lowest. I always go around 14 to 15. These ranges, 13 to 15%. Just open one. I'm gonna give you a couple examples on if I would invest this or not. This one I would not invest in from the bat. Um, First of all, they have months since last delinquency is 42. So it means I always would want to have the zero. And because they don't give all the categories of this and here, I would just put delinquency 2. But if it's not all zero, I don't even mess with them. A good thing is the earliest credit line is 2004. I always go 10-year credit history. So the earliest I would take it was 2005. But this one's a year older, so it's 11 years, 11-year credit line. So this one's good. Another reason I would take it, the revolving line of credit is 97%. So they have a loan of $8,000. They want a loan of $8,000, and their credit balance is 5. So they want an additional. So I don't know what they're gonna do with the extra 3,000 because it's a loan and refinancing. So that means they have more debt that is not showing here. And also the individual income, all this right here is not verified. Um, I want to take this with a grain of salt because you don't know if this is true or not, but you know for sure this is true because this is credit reported by Credit Bureau. So I wouldn't want to take this one. This one looks a little bit more promising. I wouldn't take this one, but for a different reason. First of all, they have great length of employment. They've been renting the place out. They make $3,500. The individual to debt income is kind of low. They have a great credit score. They have at least 10-year credit history. Um, they have no delinquency. This is the most important. These are the two key factors: zero and all this, and 10-year credit history and good credit report. The reason I want to take it is because the revolving credit line is too high. So that means this guy has 81% credit line for $16,000. And another tip is always look at the loan reconciliation and credit card payoff. The reason this guy wants to take this loan is because he wants to pay off his $16,000 off right away and get a lower interest rate. I'm assuming this guy's interest rate is around 20 to 25%. So if he gets it and pays it off with the money he gets right here right away, he's gonna get a 15% on the debt he has. So he's basically like what it says, loan refinancing. Always take these because these people are actively trying to fix their debt problem and just lower the interest. Lower the interest, especially for 3 years, or however long their payment is, the original payment is gonna be a lot lower if he does it this way than if he just paid it off his $16,000 the regular way. So the things the purpose is very important. Um, if they go for vacation or home improvement or especially small businesses, I wouldn't touch those because those have the highest risk of defaulting, and they're not getting any kind of benefit from those things. Maybe a small business, but small businesses have been historically they fail. So I wouldn't want to risk it. You know, you're trying to help people, but at the same time, you have to look out for yourself. And then I just want to show you my notes, my portfolio of notes. Like I said, I had 45 notes and one pending. All my notes are pretty much current. When it says issuing, that means it hasn't had its first payment. It's still has to wait until all the money comes in and Lending Club makes sure it's legit. If it says current, that means they're paying. If it says they're issued, that means it was recently issued and they haven't made the first payment. I'm always try to strive around 14%. I've been going a little bit riskier with 17%, but I vetted these more intensively just to make sure. We'll look at some of my statements to show you over time. So far, Lending Club, I've made this past month $7, and that's pretty good for a month. And year to date for 2 months, it's $12. You know, no bank's gonna beat that amount of percentage every month. If I put $1,000 in a bank, I'm probably gonna get not even 1%. I'm getting $7 every month on $1,000. And just to emphasize again, I didn't start with $1,000. I started out with 100 and worked my way up. So $50 isn't that great, but it's good from where I started. But now, since I have $1,000 invested, I see my money. I had $12 this just 2 months. This is way better than 6 months I've been here. And because I've been investing $25 every week, it's been gradually going up. So it's a good savings. The only problem with Lending Club is that it is not very doesn't have that much liquidity. Um, if I want to get cash fast, it will be very difficult because I'll have to sell the loans. And you sell the loans like right here. You go back to the notes, your notes, and if you see one that's has been paying is in grace period, I will sell it right away because most likely it's gonna be might go to default. So you want to do the sell loans, so you have to go to a third party website for another market. So you look at your loans, you see the ones that are either in grace period or are something, or you just you need cash at hand right now. The problem is it's another market. So if you sell it, it's gonna be on a market for a while, and then somebody has to pick it up. So you have to make it either cheap. If you really need money really bad, you pull for very cheap and take a pretty big loss. But if you need the money right away, it wouldn't matter. Or you wait. Like if it's just in grace period and you don't want to take the chance, you just sell it at a reasonable price and then um, collect your money. I've been doing this for about a year, and I know other people have been who have this, and I feel like it's pretty amazing. They have no delinquencies or charge-offs yet. I've been playing safe. Just make sure to have the right-hand side all zeros or NA, and make sure you have 10-year credit history. You have to also make sure that the amount of money they say they're making is reasonable with the um is reasonable with the payment they have to pay every month. Let me show you real quick. For example, this person says they make $3,000 a month. They have rent, right? So they have to pay $200, $300 every month, not including their bills, their other expenses if you want to go out and everything. So, for example, this was like $500 a month. I wouldn't even take them because they say they only make $3,000 a month. They also obviously have other bills if they're in that much debt, if they're doing loan reconciliation. So they have other bills. And that doesn't show up on here. So you just gotta make sure that their monthly payment and their money they make makes sense as well. And that's pretty much it. If you want to make great passive income, this is the site to do it. You don't do much. Your money is literally working for you. I'm gonna have a referral link in the description. If you have any more questions, just put them down in the comments, and I'll be sure to respond.